Welcome to Ava Aware. Today we're going to cover Map View. Map View is a tool within the Ava Aware platform that allows you to view the objects in a certain area, leveraging our object detection as well as a number of other on-screen information tooltips. We can start by uploading a map by clicking the pencil icon at the bottom of the screen in order to edit and add a map from an existing image file. By selecting an existing image file, whether it's satellite imagery or a floor plan of an area, you can upload this image and then start dragging and dropping any existing cameras that you have on screen. So in this case, we're going to find all of our Uxbridge cameras, and we can start overlaying these dragging these onto the specific areas that they cover, and then adjusting the field of view to cover the users behind those cameras. This can be done very simply by dragging the camera field of view, and you can also tighten that field of view by grabbing the top left or the top right of those corners. Once you've dragged on the appropriate locations, you can then move on to the counts. Counts was covered in a different video module, but this allows you to leverage things like occupancy counts or line crossing for different areas. These can be dragged on very much the same way, and then we can move down to our extra information to drag additional piece of information like the locations of fire detectors, fire extinguishers, emergency exits, and any other pieces of information that are vital in assisting in the event of an emergency, simply for compliance or to instruct users of where their closest emergency exit may be. Once you've finished, you can click to view, and you will then start displaying the live information for those cameras. For example, we're seeing the users that are sitting at the desks over here on the right. You can click to open video view to pin that over to the right side. And you can also see the counts that we dragged onto screen. So this, for example, is a line count, a line crossing. So we see how many users have, or people have walked in versus out. And then we also have a timeline view of this location, so we can see when there are more, less, or a specific event within this time period. Now we can also leverage our info layers in order to display things like the paths of any people that may be walking around in this location. We can turn off the detection for specific people. Same thing with the field of view of the cameras. And the count information for all of the objects that may be on screen at one time. Lastly, we can also overlay our heat map information. And this heat map information can be customized from a 24-hour period down to a 1-hour period in order to display the concentration of people within these cameras, to figure out where you've seen the greatest number of activity, and this allows you to also develop business metrics on the most attractive parts of a store, the most highly trafficked areas within a retail environment or an office environment, as well as any other location that may need this type of data.